Good morning, Ian Crouch with your 8:30 Hunter News update. A teenage boy has died after a collision between a car and a bicycle at Bishop's Bridge. Police say the 15-year-old cyclist suffered fatal injuries in the crash on Wallenby Road at about 8:30 last night. He was treated by paramedics but sadly died at the scene. A crime scene was established with police investigating the cause of the crash. They're appealing for witnesses or drivers with dashcam footage to come forward. Newcastle Labor councillor Declan Clausen says he will focus on the cost of living if he's selected by his party to run as their mayoral candidate for the upcoming by-election. Councillor Clausen, who was first elected to council 11 years ago, will nominate for pre-selection with Labor to select their candidate from a rank-and-file vote. It's unclear if any other Labor members will seek pre-selection against Councillor Clausen. Meanwhile, former NBN presenter Gavin Morris says his media background will be beneficial if he's elected Lord Mayor. Announcing his candidacy last week, he'll be an independent candidate in the upcoming April by-election for the top spot. While he hasn't aligned himself with any policies or political parties yet, he claims he will have a strong investment in the New Lambton landslip, the ocean baths and the city's green corridors. Gavin Morris says his lack of council experience will not affect his ability to act as Lord Mayor.
I feel it's really important to come in completely afresh. I am not influenced by any past goings on in the council, and I think that is really important, not just for me, but for the future Lord Mayor. I think it's really important that that future Lord Mayor is completely and truly independent. I think that's more important than just about anything else.
Newcastle Council has been awarded a $2 million grant to teach other councils its fast development application system. The accelerated DA system was first launched by Council in 2022 to assess low-risk, decision-ready applications. It's helped to reduce the number of undetermined DAs by 52%, making Newcastle the fastest performing in the state for DA determinations. After a grant allowed the system to be implemented at Muswellbrook and Upper Hunter Shire councils, the government has provided a further grant to allow the framework to be rolled out to other councils across the state. Broke residents are being invited by Singleton Council to review the upcoming management plan of Broke's historic parks. The plan covers McNamara, Stuart McTaggart and Herbert parks and will guide council's moves to protect the character and heritage of the spaces. The plan of management will be on public exhibition until March 26. Council's Infrastructure Services Manager, Connor Byrne, says they will also instruct how the park's Indigenous and European history will be protected.
It's incredibly important. The first step, obviously, is making sure that we are recognising the significance and importance of that history, and there being a commitment to not want to damage or otherwise negatively impact it, either through what we're proposing or through the ongoing use of the land. So it's a critical component, or it's a critical tool in that approach, because it defines what we can and can't do in the best possible sense.
Lake Macquarie Council has launched its Aboriginal Community Plan, set to guide them until 2029. Launched over the weekend, the plan aims to improve the health and well-being of the local Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander community. Council's Community Planning Coordinator, Jessica Salvador, says they plan on taking several actions to ensure equality.
Moving forward from there, just again, continuing to embed that understanding, the truth-telling of history and culture to create that greater awareness. So looking forward to a lot of outcomes over the next 12 months for our community, and continuing to build that over the next 4 years.
To NURFM Sport.
Newcastle District Cricket ladder leaders Stockton have been set a modest total in their round 12 match against Newcastle City on Saturday. In reply to City's 235, Stockton are none for 21 after 10 overs. Knights coach Justin Holbrook admits his side will have a lot of work to do if they're to be competitive in this year's NRL season. Newcastle were outplayed by a spirited Bulldogs side 28-0 on Saturday, and were often their own worst enemy, with poor discipline and handling errors proving costly. Holbrook says they have 2 weeks to get it right before their season gets underway against the Cowboys in Las Vegas. The Newcastle Jets continue going from strength to strength in the men's A-League, with their 3-1 victory over Perth propelling them 5 points clear at the top of the table. Coach Mark Milligan says the entire squad have a great understanding of each other, and it's making a big difference on the park.
Their understanding of each other, no matter who's sort of starting or who comes on, I think that's one of the biggest indicators for me, is you don't see a shift in the way that we go about things when we have to start to make changes.
And some Melina Ayres magic helped the Jets women's side salvage a 1-1 draw against Western Sydney on Friday night to keep their slim finals hopes alive. And the winning numbers in Weekend Lotto are 3, 6, 7, 12, 14 and 22, and the supplementaries are 20 and 43. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM Hunter News.